you're like Sarah Palin, and I'm like Barack Obama. And your daughter, she's George Bush. Everything's her fault. Then who they playing? Me, the black man.
Alright, what's going on? YouTube. How you doing? My name's Podrey. And man, I am so ahead but behind. I was supposed to do a face reveal. But I keep coming across things that triggered thought. And once again it happened. I recorded a video earlier today and I haven't even edited it and I haven't even posted it. Here's the video and its raw footage right there. I'm going to go ahead and close it out so I have a bunch of extra shit open. But this is the video right there. In this video I was talking about being careful with being careful with the things that we watch on the internet, because some things are generated by AI, computer graphics, things like that, so we don't know how far from reality an individual can try to take us. You know, these content creators, these other entities that, you know, randomly pop up shit. You know what I'm saying? We click on it. There's clickbait out there that we click on. And this video right here, I need to get it posted ASAP. But here I am recording this one because I want to add on to what I was saying in that video, and I want to keep it positive, 100%, 110% positive, because, you know, I don't lay around driving myself crazy about what the truth is, or dealing with conspiracies, or hunting for facts, or trying to debunk this or debunk that. You know what I mean? Some people do. I can't sit back. I can't watch the news. I hate the news. Everything that I could think of that's going on in the world, I believe is going on in the world. But the news is not going to put it on there. They're going to put shit on there that they, quote unquote, they who own they own these like CNN, NBC, you know what I'm saying? They own these channels, and, you know, everything that is programmed to show at a certain time, you know what I'm saying, is there for ratings, and I believe is there for propaganda. Like I say, out of everything that's going on in the world, they only touch on certain things all day, every day. You go from one channel, they're talking about this topic, and then whoop, you go to another channel and they're talking about the same topic, or 30 minutes later they're talking about that topic. You know what I'm saying? So they're keeping it in circulation one way or another, so that way it's in the forefront of our, it's in the front of our brains. So anyway, enough with all that shish. I want to tell you something that is high on my radar. This freaking song, Gnarly, from Cat's Eye. That fucking song is the truth. I'm not talking about the lyrics. I'm talking about the rhythm. I'm talking about the beat. I'm talking about how catchy it is. When the lyrics you know, on one side of the scale, and the dance move, the choreographed dance move, to the other side of the scale, you know what I'm saying? It could go either way. You know what I'm saying? Without even looking at, without even listening to the video, you can tell, like, it's like when Soulja Boy came out with, you, Superman, that hoe, watch me, you. And he did the dance move to it. That tore multiverse into the whole culture and the music industry. That Soulja Boy, man. Soulja Boy, tell him. Now watch me, you. You don't have to hear the video to know that that's what's going on in the dance choreography. Same thing with this gnarly. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I didn't even think about that at first. You know, so another thing that's on my radar is Soulja Boy Tell 'Em. Because with Soulja Boy Tell 'Em, when he came out with Soulja Boy, you know what I'm saying? And then he came out with Soulja Girl. When Soulja Girl came out, I'm looking for a Soulja Girl. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that's my jam. That was my jam. Soulja Girl was my jam. Soulja Boy was cool, but Soulja Girl was the jam. That was the jam. That's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's a gangster, you know what I'm saying? It's like when LL Cool J kept it cool, kept it soft. Gangsters was still bumping that shit. Like, man, you know, sucking their teeth on one hand, but on the other, you know, they nodding their head, you know what I'm saying, real nice and slow to the beat. You know what I mean? So gnarly, Soulja Boy tracks, fuck it, even LL tracks, LL Cool J tracks, they're high on the radar. But there's someone else that's been on my radar for a long time. K-Camp with this lottery. Okay, K-Camp and lottery. I know it as Renegade. Anytime that I'm looking for it, I look up Renegade. I may forget K-Camp's name, but I'll type in Renegade and boom. Now, Jay-Z did a Renegade too, but man, fuck Jay-Z. When it comes down to this thing, this niche, this level of entertainment between music and shit that make you want to dance, yeah, fuck Jay-Z. Right now. Pause. Anyway, K-Camp. Go, 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 go. Let's go. That shit between go, 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 go. Let's go. And that bass line, boom, 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 boom. That shit is fire. That shit is fire. You gotta listen to it. Like I said, the lyrics, sometimes you just gotta forget the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm always talking about be careful what you listening to. You don't put no bullshit in your brain. Well, I always tell you to question everything I'm talking about. Do your own research and form your own opinion. And if your own opinion was like, well, there's an exception to some shit, then I'm with you. I would agree. You know what I'm saying? So, K-Camp track, I forget what the lyrics are. But when I'm listening to it, you know what I mean? I might get a couple of lines right, you know what I mean? So you got K-Camp with Renegade. You got Cat's Eye with Gnarly. We got LL Cool J tracks. We got Soulja Boy tracks. Oh, speaking of AI, on my video that I want to post, that I haven't posted yet. I talked about how there are videos out there where it'll start off with a picture and then it'll morph into a human being doing cosplay. Then that human being might morph into an animal or some object or something, and then it'll morph back into a human, then morph into a picture. Shit like that, right? Well, AI Fusion Hub, this channel right here, is full of those type videos. And I mean, here's a rough preview. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know sex sells, but it's creativity. It really is. Look at all these people right here. You know, guys had their anime crushes. Females have their anime crushes. You know what I'm saying? Cosplayers hit every genre of anime, and they bring that shit to life. You know what I'm saying? And they take it on these like comic cons. You know what I'm saying? All these, what do you call them? These venues, these annual celebrations, these anyway, look at this. Ed, and Eddie. Come on, man. Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. That's what the real shit. You got Kit from the Thundercats, Wally Kit. Come on, man. You got characters from the Avengers. You got characters. There's Mumbra. You know what I'm saying? There's characters from all kind of Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? Osmosis Jones. Come on, man. There's a character from Chicken Run. There's characters from Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look at this. I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, man. And not all of it is like your traditional anime. You know, you got some Disney joints. You know, you got some characters from a Goofy movie or a Goofy cartoon. You got Chicken Little. You got, what's that? Oliver what? Oliver and Company. Mortal Kombat. The Bee Movie. The Turtles. Big Hero 6. Man, I can just keep going on and on and on and on. I didn't really look that low into this. Gargoyles. Come on, man. G.I. Joe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's Vakeman. I don't know if that's Bill Murray's character. I don't know if that's Dan Aykroyd's character. I think that's Dan Aykroyd's character. That's right there. But seriously, and with the video, they might do all four of them. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Psylocke from the X-Men. I think that's Psylocke. Something like that. I'm pronouncing her name wrong. It's Psy something. Man, Desirable Me. So, here's my suggestion. I'm gonna get out of here, but here's what I suggest. All right. First, go to the video before this video. I'm going to post these in order. I got this video that I haven't titled yet, but it's going to be something about AI and CG generated videos. Like, beware of them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where, man, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's some good shit. I'm talking some good shit in that video. So it's going to be the video before this one. Go to that. And then while you're watching this, pause it and go and check out, you know, K-Camp and Lottery, or check out Cat's Eye with Gnarly, or check out some LL Cool J tracks, check out some Soulja Boy Tell 'em tracks, you know what I'm saying, then come back to this video. You know what I mean? That's how I get my entertainment. I could be watching a video and while I'm watching that video, I'll pause it and because my mind is like somewhere else, it'll start drifting off. I don't consider myself, you know, having ADHD and all that kind of shit. It's just when I'm focusing on something like a movie, TV show, something like that, like TV shows with a lot of series, I'll binge watch it. Turn the volume up in my headset, and I'm glued in. I'm focused. I'm all in. When it comes down to a movie that I really want to concentrate on, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? I'll pause it anytime there's a a bit of interruption, or somebody's talking to me or something like that, and then I'll plug right back into it. You know what I'm saying? I might even rewind it a little bit. You know what I mean? I think whenever we do get into our hobbies and the things that we enjoy, even though we lock into it, you know what I'm saying, we got to be able to hit that pause button, especially when we got family and friends that are talking to us. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing that we need to be fortunate for, or we need to be fortunate to have family or friends that we can consider family or friends. I don't care if we're saying it loosely. It's like the word love. We say I love spaghetti. I love ham hocks. I love soul food. But that don't mean that we're gonna go and fuck it. That don't mean that we're gonna marry it. That don't mean that we're just gonna eat anybody's ham hocks. I love chitlins, but I can't eat everybody's chitlins. You know what I'm saying? So love is a loose thing, but for the people that know that I love them, they know I love them because I got a lot of actions invested into that word love. You know what I'm saying? I can love them without having to say it all the time because my actions prove it. And then I don't have to have a lot of actions on shit in order for them to know that I love them. It's like, how can you forget that I love you? The fuck? You supposed to know me? Shit. So, getting back to what I'm saying, we're fortunate to have people in our lives that we call friends or that we call family. You know what I'm saying? They have those titles, you know what I'm saying, until they fuck it off. You know what I mean? A lot of us are like that. We give people chances. You know what I'm saying? And a person can be in that loop until they fuck it up. So anyway, pause your shit and give these people the time of day that they deserve. Even if they don't return it, just know that in your spirit that you did, you know what I'm saying, care for somebody like that. Because you're going to have a story to tell one day. And when you tell that story, you can be like, I gave a fuck about somebody, even though they didn't give a fuck about me, the same way that I did them. You know what I'm saying? We can't be mad at people because they don't return the same amount of whatever the description word is. We can't be mad at them because we got them in our lives for a reason. And what's the use of getting mad at them over some fucking petty shit like we using two different words differently? The fuck is that? I see too many people in movies. They put that in movies. They put that in music. You know what I'm saying? So if they're writing about it or if they're singing about it, then they must have experienced it either vicariously, I love that fucking word, either through somebody else and we learned not to do it the way they did it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe ambiguously. That's another word that I'm starting to like too. When, there's more than one interpretation of it. You know what I'm saying? But fuck those big words. It's all about, even though somebody's not returning the same way that we're giving it, it don't mean that they're always, you know what I'm saying, doing something less than what we are wanting to do. You know what I mean? If somebody's constantly doing that, then yeah, get them the fuck out your life. Without prejudice, just what the fuck are they there for? You know what I'm saying? You're in somebody's life for a reason too. That's why you gotta live up to your responsibility. We gotta hold ourselves accountable for being in other people's lives. So that's why I say we're fortunate to have people that we say that we trust, that we put in the position of earning a title or have earned the title of being close to us. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, I'm trying to wrap it up, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm being clear with my shit. Like I say, the video before this one, I suggest that you watch that. And then while you're watching this video, you know what I mean, pause it time to time. With any of my videos, pause it time to time. So that way, you can you can stop somewhere that's going to stay fresh in your mind. Be like, okay, I left off, we was talking about K-Camp. And then I looked up K-Camp, and from K-Camp, it reminded me of this and that, so I went and I looked up this and that. And then as you're backtracking through, it's like I got quite a few tabs up there. You know what I'm saying? A couple of, some windows open, so that way I can be reminded of what the fuck I'm doing, what inspired me to have this thought, that thought. Lets me know how far did I get into the thoughts that I was having. You know what I'm saying? Do I need to open a new tab to go further into thought? Or, am I done with a tab? Because like after I get finished recording this, I'm going to K-Camp and I'm watching that video about 2 or 3 times. And Gnarly, I've already watched it. I've watched somebody else do a cover on Gnarly, and they had, they learned the choreography and things like that. But Cat's Eye, they're the originators, and as a matter of fact, when it comes down to Cat's Eye, I suggest that you look into how they became a group, because that story of how they became a group, it was like very fucking interesting. I thought, so when I looked at that video, before I looked at that video, I was like, okay, this is K-pop, or is this K-pop? I either, questioned it or I claimed it already to be K-pop, Korean pop. And Korean pop has evolved over the last 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? That genre is just an umbrella for the different things that branched out of K-pop. The one title that fits that umbrella has so many other branches because people have evolved and they have made K-pop a little better with their own twist to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like how Japan and China has their Latino spin on life. You know what I'm saying? They do lowriders and, you know what I'm saying, they do their Chicano look as well. And they're biting, you know what I'm saying? But yet they're like, this is homage to the creators. And they try to, show them with all the respect. They try to give them, you know what I'm saying, the homage, and they try to respect the originators, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. But anyway, this AI is the shit. That song Renegade is the shit. That song Gnarly is the shit. LL Cool J's music is the shit. Soulja Boy, Tell Him, when he was doing those songs with choreographed dances, that was the shit. Now, Soulja Boy, the motherfucker went crazy on some shit. Like Kanye West. Kanye West was on some conscious music. And then boom, that motherfucker went crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Tupac. Tupac was on some conscious shit. That motherfucker went crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now they want to be gangster. Now they want to, you know what I'm saying, be bad boys and shit. What the fuck, man? Industry just fucked them in the ass and, you know what I'm saying, treated them like Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein created this abomination and just let it run rabbit without giving it any explanation of what life is. So that way, while Frankenstein is out there experiencing life, it wouldn't be so scary because people are afraid of the unknown. Now, when we talk about Kanye and we talk about Tupac, those men, very intelligent, very creative. They both, they, you know what I'm saying? They got big ups. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to both of them. But they start experiencing another level of life, and life sucked them in and spit them the fuck out quickly. So quick to, like I say, a lot of people are like, yo, they changed. Life changed those two men. Life did it. You know what I'm saying? Life's life. Life's life. Life's life. Life's life. That comes from the soundtrack of Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence's movie Life. That's a movie that, yo, you gotta watch that. Something else I want to suggest. Nick Cannon has a podcast called We Playin' Spades. And they are interviewing, when I say they, I'm talking about Nick Cannon and a friend of his, Courtney B. Now Courtney B was on Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out. And somewhere in there, you know what I'm saying, they became real close and they had a certain thing in common that they were like-minded about because Nick Cannon has several other projects with her. Nick Cannon has another podcast. It's called Nick Cannon at Night. And that shit is fire as well. I like biographies. I like levels of sociology. You know what I'm saying? Studying and understanding people individually and in groups. You know what I'm saying? I don't like fucking with people's heads. And I don't like nobody fucking with my head. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like those levels of sociology. And I don't fuck with psychology. And shit, you know, fuck that shit. I'm not even smart enough to know full use of words. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I got my lane and I stay in that shit. Anyway, I know this fucking video is long. I know I'm talking, but I'm passionate about these topics. And I wish that I would fucking hurry up and learn how to live stream. But I don't have the traffic. I don't, you know what I'm saying? If you're watching this video, trust me, it's you and maybe one or two other people. And I pop off and I get triggered. You know what I'm saying? They say crash out and I hit my OBS and boom, I'm recording. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm editing. You know, there's a lot. I had to pause a lot of times because there's a lot of background noises. So it's like live streaming at this point would just piss me off. Because yeah, there's a lot of noise in the background, and so I gotta pause so I can, you know, completely edit that shit out. But anyway, you know, I'm not in no hotel, so I can't bitch and moan, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be accountable for being in the position that I'm in. You know what I mean? So I shut the fuck up, I pause, and I wait till my moment comes for me to return to talking my shit. It reminds me of what was that, Kevin Hart's Night School. Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish on that Night School movie, and Kevin Hart's the dude, like his rival from high school. You know what I'm saying? He becomes the principal of the school where Kevin Hart is going to night school, and this dude has picked up this whole way of talking to where, you know, he's talking to you, and all of a sudden he goes into this he steps in. He's talking from his culture, and then at the end of the sentence, he starts talking out of his culture, from his culture, and then by the end of the sentence, when he put an emphasis on something, he slides more into our culture. The sentence goes like this: I'm watching everybody that I see when they're walking up and down the hallway because this is my house. You know what I'm saying? And he put the emphasis, this is my house. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, his hero. Man, I forgot what the hell I was talking about. But oh yeah. The principal that's on that night school movie, his hero was Joe Clark. Carried a bat, and if he could, he would have put chains on the doors. So he creeps into Joe Clark's way of talking at the end of his sentences. So anyway, man, I'm about to end this video because I'm tired now. I've been waiting for the bells and whistles in the background to stop. So without repeating myself, please, I hope you enjoy the video. Hope you check out my other videos. Hope you check out my other 2 channels. And I'd like for you to have a good day, a good night, and a good morning. Have a good day. I mean, have a good day, have a good day, have a good day, have a good morning, have a good night. Peace.
Give them prayer hands, say what's up America. Half of you should know me, right? Other half a replica. Shout out to my